We made cinnamon sugar donuts tonight.
I'm going to be using the Alpha Griller's thermometer to make sure I get the perfect temperature for my milk. It needs to be less than 110 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 cup of milk. I added 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast and 1 tablespoon of sugar. In a separate bowl, I added 4 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of salt. For my wet ingredients, I added in 5 tablespoons of sugar, 2 large eggs, 1/3 cups of butter, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now we're going to pour that into the flour mixture and give it a good mix, but we're not going to mix it thoroughly. We're going to actually let it rest for about 5 minutes, and we're going to do the rest of the kneading onto the table. Now this is if you're doing it by hand. If you don't have a stand mixer, I don't have a stand mixer, so I did it by hand, and I added a little bit of flour as I went on. I added a little bit of flour like probably 3 times, and I kneaded it for about 10 minutes. It's important to know that you want your dough to be a little bit sticky, like right here. So I just transferred over to an oiled bowl and I let that rise for about 2 hours. And if y'all watch my cinnamon roll video, y'all know that my dough did not double in size, but it doubled today and I was so proud of myself, y'all. So I just started rolling it out. The dough is probably like a 1/2 inch thick, and I just used whatever I had in my cabinets to make the donut shape. Once we cut out all of our donuts, we're going to set this to the side and we're going to cover it and let it proof for a little bit longer. Now we're going to mix in 1 1/2 cups of sugar and 1 1/2 tablespoons of cinnamon. It's so important to check the temperature of your oil. I made sure it's around 340, 350 degrees, and then we're going to start frying up our donuts. We're going to place them in with the parchment paper for about 10 seconds and then remove the paper and cook them on each side for about 1 to 2 minutes. Now for the final step, of course, we're going to be coating the donuts with the cinnamon sugar, and we are all done.
Good.
You like them?